Hi everyone, and you're welcome to today's episode of Your Lawyer's Corner with Mo. On today's episode, we'll be talking about corporate governance. And to discuss with me in the studio is no other person but Dr. Dolapo Oyawole. Dr. Dolapo, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
We are glad to have you once again.
I feel privileged too. Thank you.
So, who can we refer to as a board of directors?
Okay, so a board of directors is a set of senior management of a company appointed by the shareholders of that company to see to the affairs of the business of the company. They are also the governing body of the company. They see to the day-to-day activities of the company through the executive directors. They also make sure that the company is compliant enough, you understand. Like I said, they are the governing bodies, and though they are being regulated by the laws guiding the company as well, such as the CAMA that all of us know, and such as the members of the particular company as well, and also other corporate guidelines.
Okay, thank you for that. Board of directors consist of?
Okay, the board of directors of a company consists of number one, the chairman, who is the head of the board. And also we have the non-executive directors, who are like independent members of the board. Then we also have the executive directors. I always call them the C-suite guys. Okay. They are the
what?
C-suite guys. Okay. C as in C.
Okay.
Yeah, suit guys. They are the chief executive officers, chief operating officers, chief financial officers, the chief human resource, person, and others. Board of directors consists of the chairman, non-executive directors, and executive directors.
Wow, thank you. What are the general duties of board of directors?
Okay, so as I said earlier, the board of directors make sure that the company is doing the needful when it comes to compliance, when it comes to making sure that the objectives of the company is being achieved. Okay. The board of directors make sure they do that. Also, board of directors are the ones that select and replace executive directors. The C-suite guys I mentioned earlier is the board of directors that selects them and replace them. Also, board of directors make sure that they oversee the major capital expenditure or major projects of the company, if you understand. And the board of directors also see to the protection of the shareholders and stakeholders. They are the ones that appointed them. Mm-hmm. So they make sure that they are being protected. They make sure that the C-suite guys who are in charge of management don't do anything that would actually be against or something that would actually affect the image of the shareholders and also the company also.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Dolapo. What are the difference between chairman and CEO?
Okay, so a chairman, like I said earlier, is the head of the board of directors. Is in charge of board governance. Okay. While the CEO is the head of the C-suite guys, the executive directors, and the management. We also call them management board. Executive directors, and I also call them management board. So the CEO is the one seeing to the management board, and why the chairman is actually for the board of directors. The chairman also convey meetings, for board of directors, while CEO does that for the management board. Okay. The chairman makes sure that the duty of another duty of board of directors is to also strategize for the company. So the chairman makes sure that that is done, while the CEO makes sure that he implements those strategies.
Those are the major
difference.
Okay. Would you advise a company to have one person doubling as a chairman and CEO?
Well, some companies actually do that, especially those big companies. They do that, but, from my own experience as, company secretary and also, sitting on some boards too, or let me say, I would not advise that. In the sense that I just mentioned the difference between the chairman and the CEO. Their roles are not compatible. That's number one. Their roles are not compatible. That's number one. Then number two, there's going to be excessive concentration of power. If one person is the chairman and the CEO. You understand? So in the sense that, as the chairman of a board, you have you are the one that sets rules, like set strategies, make sure that things are in order. And you actually do that, independent of the executive management or executive directors. Now imagine if I am now the chairman and I'm the CEO at the same time. That means there will be a conflict of interest while I'm actually trying to, go on with my business. There will be a conflict of interest. Okay, I think there's a scenario that we were just discussing one day with somebody, and we were talking about, they wanted to discuss a particular situation. You understand? I said it earlier that board of directors they oversee the capital projects or capital expenses or expenditure of the company. Now, they wanted to actually sit on a particular project. And in this situation, it was actually the chairman that was also the CEO. And while, they set up a meeting, there's what we call meeting before meeting.
So, meeting after meeting.
So while they set up a meeting, which is normal to be the meeting of the board of directors, you understand? Let's say, for example, that one was 9 o'clock. But the meeting before meeting actually came up around like 7 o'clock. In the morning. And the chairman, who doubles as the CEO, had already picked some major members who are also members of the board. You understand? They've already discussed and all that on what they would say in the main meeting. So now what will happen? So definitely at the main meeting, what do you expect to happen? Whatever thing that they've actually discussed and concluded in the first will be the same thing that all of them will come and discuss at the major meeting. And if you are not part of those people that that were called, then you just be like, I don't understand what is happening. You understand? So there's always this conflict of interest, excessive concentration of powers and all that. Wow. So I want to advise that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dolapo.
You're welcome.
In all of this, what are the roles of a lawyer in a board?
I would say a lawyer is actually needed in a company.
Okay.
Number one, as a company secretary, you need a lawyer, you understand, to actually help you to make sure that the company is compliant enough. You understand? You know that when you want to form a company, there are so many bodies that you have to just try and make sure that you follow their rules. Just like, for example, we have the FIRS when it comes to tax. You have, a lot like that. Real estate has a particular body that they must be under as well. So a lawyer would be the one to help you, make sure that you follow their rules and you also comply with their regulations. You understand? Now, you want to form a company, let's say, for example, a real estate company. The board of directors are the ones that would help you to nurture it and to also sustain it. Personally, as a person, I know that you would advise that I should have like a mentor or professional leaders that I can call on to anytime I need something. And you know that each of them will have their own peculiarities.
Of course.
You understand? So also board of directors, you also have to pick, like I said, you want to have a real estate company, you have to pick, number one, a lawyer, a corporate and property lawyer. Then you need an engineer as well. You need key members like that will form your board. You understand? So a lawyer is needed as a board of director as well. In the management, you need a lawyer. You understand? So lawyers are, in fact, we are needed everywhere.
That is it. Lawyers are needed everywhere. I hope you got that. Thank you so much, Dr. Dolapo, for coming on the show and for doing justice to this topic.
You're welcome.
From the crew of Your Lawyer's Corner with Mo, we have a token for you. Appreciation. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Thank you
we
so
do
much.
hope that when next we call on you, you would oblige us.
Oh, yes, of course.
You will. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And with that, we have come to the end of today's episode of Your Lawyer's Corner with Mo. Before I go, always remember, don't just get mad. Get a lawyer. Do have a lovely day. Bye. Bye.